State Comptroller General Richard Eckstrom announced today he's stepping down after his office made a multi-billion-dollar accounting error.
The move comes after pressure from lawmakers to quit or face possible removal from office. Tonight, our Nate Stanley has reaction from lawmakers.
It's really a sad day in our state, but I am thankful.
District 37 Senator Larry Groom's reaction to the announcement that Richard Eckstrom, South Carolina's Comptroller General, will be stepping down at the end of April. This comes after months of investigation from a Senate subcommittee after Eckstrom admitted to a $4 billion accounting mistake in a final report that called for his resignation. In his letter to the governor, Eckstrom said in part, "I have never taken service to the state I love or the jobs to which I have been elected lightly, endeavoring to work with my colleagues from constitutional officers to the members of the General Assembly, to be a strong defender of the taxpayer and a good steward of their hard-earned tax dollars." In his response to Eckstrom's letter, the governor commended Eckstrom's 24 years of service and thanked him for friendship and his work for the state. So what's next? According to South Carolina's Constitution, when an elected official vacates their position, it's the General Assembly's responsibility to elect a replacement for the remainder of their term. In Eckstrom's case, that's 3 years.
It is a high-profile statewide position. I'm sure a number of folks would step up, and the campaigning will probably begin almost immediately.
Grooms adds there is still work to be done as he and his fellow lawmakers will work to dissolve the position entirely and delegate the office's work to other state agencies. In Columbia, Nate Stanley, News 19 WLTX.
A date and time for replacement voting has not been set yet. For more information on Eckstrom's resignation and the investigation and his testimony, you can look for this story on our website. That's WLTX.com. So you may be wondering, what is the job of the Comptroller General? The name alone does not make it clear. The office was created in 1890 to supervise state spending. The position is responsible for keeping the state's books and maintaining accounting controls over state agencies. All payrolls for state employees are processed through the Comptroller's office. The office also offers fiscal and accounting advice to state agencies and local governments. The Comptroller also releases a yearly report on the state's finances. Through the agency's website, residents can find extensive details on state spending, including which vendors are being paid the most by South Carolinians and what state employees are paying for with government credit cards. If the Comptroller is the state's accountant, what does the state treasurer do? Well, that position is currently held by Curtis Loftus. His office acts as the state's banker. The treasurer is responsible for managing, investing, and retaining custody of $60 billion in public money. The office also oversees unclaimed property and manages the state's education and disability savings plans.